What's going on, guys? Cliff and Denny with On Your Own Outdoors. Hey guys, today I'm here to talk about a product that I got my hands on last week that I am super excited about, and that is the JX3 Hybrid Tree Saddle. So one thing that I always talk about is having something that packs close, something that is snug to my back, and something that doesn't stick out all over the place so I'm hanging on everything as I'm going through the woods. And as you can see right now, you don't have that issue with this. I promise you, if you are tuning in this video right now because it said tree saddle review, you want to hang out and you want to watch the rest of this, because if you're like me, I had never seen anything like it. And here nor there, I spent the last 2 afternoons for like 3 hours each afternoon hanging out in this thing just to learn everything about it, because it's so much different than everything else that's in the industry. Now, let me tell you before I even get started what the great thing about this is, right? So it is 3 things in one. Right, so you get the tree saddle, which you're going to see me operating a tree in just a minute. I'm not just going to hang out in a tree. I'm going to do some gun shooting, I'm going to do some bow shooting, and I'm going to show you the full capability of this thing. But number 2, it is also a turkey chair, and number 3, it is a frame pack. So I'm going to get this thing off my back. We're going to get the camera turned so you can see it well, and then we're going to go through it. Let's go. All right, guys, so the first thing I want to talk about is the weight of this. So I think online it actually says this thing weighs like 13 pounds. I've put it on my scale. You can look up here on the top for yourself. I think it was like 11.3 on the scale, but I could not get it to weigh over 11.5 pounds. So straight out of the box, this is what you get. This is exactly what it looks like. Stuff that it comes with, it does come with your lineman's rope. It comes with your tree tether. It's got a bridge built in, comes with 2 D loops and those kind of things. So it is 110% ready to hang in a tree whenever you get it. So number 1, what you can tell here is it's got the frame on it. So the purpose of that frame is for this. So these 2 straps here are also your leg straps. So if you're used to a traditional saddle, the straps that come up in between your legs and kind of hold everything there, that's what these 2 straps are that go over the top. So whenever you get it and you want to bust this thing out and play with it, first thing you're gonna do when you pull it out of the box, unsnap those guys there. And as you can see up here on the top, see that little latch right there? That's how this thing folds together. So I'm gonna kind of show you one time before we actually get to the tree so you can understand it. So when you get up to the tree and you're up at your height that you wanna be at, you just take this guy and flap it. Everything comes exposed at that time. You've got your bridge and all that stuff right here, easy accessible. When you wanna put it back, you literally just grab it, flap it back over the top, and you're good to go. You can take all this and tuck it here on the sides. So obviously that's pretty cool, the way that it just folds up. I don't have to take it off my back to get everything packed back up. When you do have it open, that's where you get this frame style. So I'm gonna grab a bag that I have over here on the side so I can kind of show you what I would do if I was hauling stuff in and out of the woods. So I've got my bag. This is my traditional bag that I always use. I just take it, lay it down inside, bring this back over the top, do the same thing that I had done before as far as hooking it goes. And you can see there, you can put your backpack in there so you don't have to have anything sticking out the back. Why is that huge? It keeps all that weight right on your back. So again, these are the leg straps. You can come over the top, strap those back to them, and it just secures this to keep it from bouncing up and down or coming loose. So one of the questions I did ask is, what is the weight capacity on it? And they said whatever your back can carry. And I believe it. I put a 50-pound corn sack in there yesterday. Didn't have any issues with it. You can tote plenty of weight with it. It carries well. I mean, it's a frame pack, right? So it carries well. So the other big deal with this, right? Remember I said you get 3 things in one. You get the tree saddle, you get the frame pack, and the third thing is that you get the turkey chair. So for you guys that are like me, that do all kinds of hunting, this thing is a one-stop shop for all years. So whenever you talk about price points of everything, make sure that you add in the consideration that it works for everything. It's not just a tree saddle. It's got multiple purpose. All right, guys, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and back up, flip this dude out, and show you how easy it is to make it into a turkey chair. All right, so you find your spot, you're walking through, you hit the call, that bird hammers, he's 200 yards. You know it's time to get set up. First thing you're gonna do, guys, is come up here to the top. Remember these leg straps I was talking about? You're gonna unclip those, come over the other side. You've got the same thing here. Just hit the little release button. It releases out. So now these are your traditional leg straps, but grab this dude, fold it down. Over here on each one of your sides, you're gonna see your D-loops, your D-rings that you would use whenever you're up in the tree. So grab those guys, figure out where you wanna sit down. This is where I wanna be. I sit down here on the bottom side of your chair. There are 2 little loops. Clip those guys into there. I'm still strapped in. I'm set up and I'm ready to go. Now, you can see I'm kind of leaning back. If I want to come over here on the sides, pull the pull straps, it leans me back forward. So now it is literally just a turkey chair. I can come out of the straps. I'm set up, I'm ready to go. There's an image of it actually set up the way it would look like your traditional turkey chair. Understanding that those side straps, if you're using it for a tree saddle, whenever you get ready to transition over to that ground and pound kind of thing, you're going to tighten those dudes up just a little bit. That's what you see me doing just there, because as a tree saddle, I like to lay back like this, but when I'm down here on the ground, if I was turkey hunting, I'd want to be up in the ready position. So that's what that's kind of all about. But the availability to do that is just absolutely huge. Let me grab it. I'll bring it up there so you can see what I'm talking about. Over here on the side, so your strap comes down. It's got the little loop there. It's got the exact same thing over here on the other side. And so it makes it so versatile for different times of the year and the different things that you can do with it. It is just absolutely outstanding. So what we're gonna do now, guys, is I'm gonna show you one more feature that this thing has from hanging from a tree, based off the questions that we get asked a lot, right? So guys that don't traditional saddle hunt, what do they wanna know? They're like, well, I don't think it's gonna be comfortable because your knees are gonna be bouncing off the trees the entire time you're there. Number one, with your traditional saddles, they sell knee pads, right? So it is what it is. Like, you can go buy knee pads, you could buy knee pads with this, but JX3 thought about that. And they were like, why should you have to go buy knee pads if you're already buying a saddle? So this is what they did. I'm just gonna kind of tuck those right there for the purpose of this video. Fold this back out. So this is your seat where you're gonna be sitting. You see this turn knob. See that little Y right there? So what you do, you back this turn knob off, and I think this thing was 7 inches if I'm not mistaken. But basically, you grab it, you pull it up, find one of your little notches, and then you run this guy back down. And basically, when you're sitting up in your tree and you're like this, it gives you that, and it braces up against the tree so that you're not sitting there bouncing your knees off the tree. So I think what everybody wants to see, now we've kind of showed you the extra stuff that comes with the tree saddle, because at the end of the day, the tree saddle is what it is, right? It just comes with all this extra stuff. So I think what everybody is wanting to see is how this thing operates as far as running a rifle and running a bow. So what we're gonna do, move over to the tree I've got set up. I've already got a platform in the tree. I'm not gonna use the lineman's rope. I'm only 3 foot off the ground, 5 foot off the ground. But anyways, I'm not gonna use the lineman's rope to kind of climb up the tree. I'm gonna step in and I'll go ahead and hook in to my bridge, because I've already got everything over there ready to go. So understand that it does come with your lineman's rope, and it does come with your tether as well as a bridge. So it comes with all that stuff. You're just not gonna see me use it over there at the tree. Let's go. All right, guys, so we're over at the tree. Safety first. I'm gonna kind of show you how to hook everything up, right? So just like your traditional saddles, you've got your waistband. Go ahead, hook those dudes in. It's the gator clip style, so you just press the buttons to release. Down here on the bottom, you reach through. You've got your 2 leg straps. Here on your waistband, you come around, click in there, come around on this side, click in here. Now, I will say, guys, one thing about this versus your traditional saddle, if this is something you're thinking about swapping over to, make sure you leave those leg straps a little loose. Most guys that's been hunting out of a saddle for a while, they make sure they do that anyways, just because it leaves, there's not as much ridage. But if you're gonna be moving around a whole bunch before you get in your tree, make sure you do that. And the only reason is the way that this is designed, it pulls tight because you're pulling your bag up whenever you bend over. So just make sure that you leave those just a little bit loose. You're secure, you're not going anywhere, you'll be perfectly fine. All right, so if you look over here and you grab onto your sides, you will find your bridge. So you're gonna reach across. I like to go ahead and hook my bridge up before I ever get in the tree. And then your lineman's rope goes here, and then this extra D-ring that's kind of hanging out here comes around and it clips it over to this side. Again, guys, This is the height of my platform. I'm not gonna use the lineman's rope to go up the tree. Just understand that it does come with it. I know I keep repeating that, but it's because I don't want you to miss out on that. Also, I don't want you to miss out on the discount code. So there's a discount code that comes with this J3. If you're interested in this, down in the link below, you can go to their website and that'll get you the discount on this product here. It helps y'all, gives y'all a little discount, and then it gives me a little kickback so that I can afford to be able to get products to bring to you guys to kind of show you how they operate, and so you can try to save a little money whenever you're going out to purchase something. Let's get back at it. So I've got everything set up now. I'm gonna go ahead, move up the tree, and then I'll see you up there. All right guys, so now I'm up in the tree. You can see I'm hooked in here. What I'm gonna do is reach around the back side, push up, fold that down. Now my seat's in place, and I can grab my rifle and I can just lay back. So as you can see, my knees go around the outside of the tree, but I want to be pushed off of it a little bit. So remember that turn knob from earlier? I'm gonna go ahead, loosen that up, pull this guy out, tighten it back down so it's secure. So now I'm set up. There's multiple questions about this thing that I have seen on the pages. Number one is like, oh, you always have to sit, you always have to shoot sitting down. So remember, I've got just a normal platform. You can get any kind of platform you want. The one that I have is a trophy line platform. But anyways, so say I don't want to sit down, I can stand up. Now I'm in my traditional saddle seat, if you will. You know, your traditional saddles, you're kind of doing that standing thing. So here you're kind of doing that standing thing. I can come back down, rest. Guys that are like, you know, I give you 2 hours and you're going to be done with that, you can literally push your butt back in the seat, kind of angle the front of it up, hang your legs off the side, and you're I mean, you don't have any pressure anywhere. If you do get tired of sitting, you can stand. Another option is, once you get up, you're in, you're secure, you can come out of your arm straps. And what I like to do with these guys is I will take them and just kind of put them right here behind my back like such. Now they're out of the way, I'm up, I'm comfortable, I feel free, I can do whatever I want to. So for the gun guys, let's talk about gun hunting, right? So I've got my rifle up in here with me. I can use this bridge as a rest over here on my left hand side. I can come over to my right hand side. Deer comes in on the right hand side. I literally just take my rifle, swap sides, spin out to the side. Now I'm making that offhand shot. Something comes in behind me. I can take it, turn, kind of rotate yourself around the tree, and I can make that shot right there behind me. And you are good to go. You can literally shoot 360 around this thing. And right now, I'm gonna kind of show you a little bit of that. Check it out. Backside shot. All the way around, ready to go, no issues. Literally all you have to do to be able to make those adjustments, push your feet out, rotate side to side, and you're good to go. So we're gonna go ahead and pause this right here. I'm gonna climb back down, I'm gonna grab my bow, I'm gonna set up a target, and I'm gonna show y'all what that looks like with the bow. So all right guys, so we're back. So one thing that you can see right now is that my bow is hanging here over my side. So this hybrid saddle also comes with a bow holder. It's got 2 little loops over here on one side, and basically what it's made to do is put your arrow in between the 2 of them, and then it rests inside of that, keeping your bow secure the whole time that you're in the tree. So up here in the tree with me, I've got 1 arrow. We're gonna take a shot, and then I'm gonna get down, I'll go get another arrow, so on and so forth. So one of the things is that guys on the video that I have already posted, they were talking about from the angle that we were pulling the bow back, they were like, yeah, of course, you can shoot straight down below you. So what I've got is I've got 2 targets set up. I'm sorry guys, you can't see them from the tree, but with me being lower down to the ground, I've got them about 20 yards. However, that should give you the same effect of pulling back and drawing at a deer that's about 40 yards if you were on up, you know, that traditional 16 to kind of 25 foot. So I just want to kind of show y'all the versatility that you have pulling a bow back. So the 2 shots that I have set up is I have the obvious shot, which is here on my left hand side. If I'm going to set up for deer hunting and I'm trying to give myself the best option, there is no doubt in any saddles, in any stands, I will generally set up where I'm hoping that my shot is on my left. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and make that left-hand shot. So I reach over, I grab my bow, I use a thumb release, it stayed on the string, it's not a problem. I grab my bow like this, I rotate just slightly over, so you can see my bridge is there, my arm is over the top of the bridge. I have zero issue pulling my bow back. I'm a 29.5-inch draw, settle in, shot, dead deer. Take my bow, set it back here. So that gives you shot number one. All right guys, I'm in, I set back up. So what I'm gonna do is, in the video, the guy that I was videoing had his bow drew back the entire time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spin 360 around this tree, giving you a different shot angle every time, and I will take and draw my bow back. So over on the left-hand side, anywhere from, we're gonna use the 12 o'clock being my tree. So anywhere from about the, 11:55 all the way around to the 6 o'clock. So first off, if they were right behind the tree, I'm gonna roll over to the side, pull back here, zero issues. I'm locked in, good to go. You've already saw me pull back at that angle, so I'm gonna rotate here. Now, I'm at the 6 o'clock directly behind me. You see this, you think it's a problem. It is not. Push the bow out, pull back. Nothing but clean shots all day. So if you're new to saddle hunting, if you've got this deer that's over here at this angle, can you go over the top? Absolutely. But the preferred method is to rotate yourself, and so you're like this. So now, show you the back side of the tree, which if you were somebody that was concerned about the bridge, this would probably be your biggest concern, is this shot here. Now let me show you. I'm rotated around, I've got my bow, I pull back, I take my shot, I have no problems. So that shows you everything from about the 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock really, all the way back around. Now this is shooter preference on how somebody decides to shoot that 12 o'clock around to the 3 o'clock over here on your offhand side. I do prefer to come over the top myself. I lay my arm across the bridge. I shift my weight onto my right side. It rows the saddle. I can draw back here. Money shot. It's a dead deer, and so what that does is that gives you the whole 360, drawing the bow, understanding that everything in a saddle, doesn't matter if this saddle or another saddle, all of your shots is about your footwork. How you move your feet, practicing in the tree. You get one of these things in the mail, number one, all your ropes are stiff. You're gonna have to get out in your yard. You're gonna have to play with it to figure out how you need to move and what is more comfortable for you to get those 360 shots all the way around the tree. Because as you just seen, it is absolutely possible. Let me show y'all real quick though, talking about as far as dismount. Push yourself back, unscrew this, push your little lever that keeps you off the tree in. You're gonna grab, you'll stand up, lean towards your tree, grab the whole bottom of it, flip it up, push it up, it hangs up. Now you're free. I go ahead, unhook here, and like I said, I would have my lineman's rope wrapped around so that I could move freely out of the tree, but since I don't have that, because I'm right here next to the ground, come down just like that. Woo, boys, that is that is by far the hottest review I've done in a long time, no pun intended. So hey guys, let's go ahead and let's talk about the pros and cons. You know that's the way I wrap up every one of my videos, because there's always going to be some pros, there's always going to be some cons. So let's talk about it. I like to start with the negatives, that way we can end on a positive note. I am telling you right now, if you haven't seen any of my videos, you need to go back and watch them. One thing that you can always count on from me is you're going to get that honest opinion. So when it comes to this saddle and everything that comes with it, I don't have a whole bunch of negatives. I'm not just saying that, I am telling you guys, if you are a saddle guy, you need to go try one of these out. Yes, no doubt, when you get into the first time, it's going to be funky, right? Because it's a little bit bigger. But once you get that dude figured out, you can't beat it. Whenever I was talking about the pack thing earlier, you see that gap that's right there? I took my sticks, folded them down in there. I can haul my sticks in here like it is perfect. I can't express it enough. They are coming out with a set of sticks that goes with this. However, if I had to find a negative about it, let me tell you. You hear me talk about this on all my videos. Listen. So you can guarantee that I will be shooting an email and asking them if they can add some plastic coating. Or listen guys, like I say in all the rest of them, whenever it comes to the metal clips, everybody has metal clips, but one thing that you can do to kind of silence those up, you can get some electrical tape, run around it, and it's most certainly going to help you keep from making that clanging and tanging noise. Is that really that big of a deal? No, but I don't like to make noise. It's just, it is what it is. I don't like to make noise. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the pluses about this thing. And I could go on all day long about them, but I'm gonna keep them super simple, stupid, right? So number one, comfort. This thing is phenomenal. It carries, it's got a good pack. It's got a curvature to the actual pack on itself, so it fits your body well. It doesn't stick out everywhere. It's absolutely phenomenal. The fact that I can do this and lay it out, I don't have to take it off. If I'm turkey hunting, I don't have to take it off. If I'm going to climb in a tree, I don't have to take it off. When I put my backpack in there, you can see that little hook right there. I hook my backpack on it. I can reach over the top of it, grab it, pull it around, and I don't have to take it off whenever I get to the tree. So that is keeping me from laying any kind of scent that might be on this on the ground. So again, that's another big deal. The huge deal, and I think the take home about this thing, right, is the versatility of it. It is a frame pack, it is a saddle, and it is a turkey chair. I've never seen anything like it. I actually found out about this. If you've checked out any of my TikToks, I was at the World Deer Hunting Expo 2 weeks ago. I saw it, went over to them, had to shake some hands, get my hands on it, and I ended up coming home with one, because if you ever go sit in one and you play in it for more than about 2 minutes, you're gonna want one. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel. I start hunting here in Arkansas September 1, and I guarantee you can find me in the top of my tree and a JX3. Good hunting guys. We'll see you later this week.